Hey, leaders, I hope that you all have been prospering in your purpose and dominating in your destiny. Welcome. My name is Takumbo Kalaja. Some people call me Coach Takumbo, and I help emerging leaders to discover their voice, identity, and purpose in God so that they can dominate in their destiny. One of the things that we are doing in our new series is called Leadership Talks is helping those leaders that are called to build something. You believe that you're a builder for God. You are a emerging leader that is supposed to be building something bigger than yourself. There are certain emotions and certain things that we're all just going to have to grow through, but you're not going to be able to prosper if you don't have some tools in your belt and if you don't have any encouragement. So I hope that these videos serve as an encouragement for you to navigate some tough emotions as you are building, as you're relaunching something for God. All right. So if you have not already, I want you to go ahead and like and comment on this video. I want you to subscribe if you want some more content on how to grow as an emerging leader. Let's get into it. Don't have any notes because this is just going to flow through me because I've lived this message that I am talking about. This emotion is going to have to be mastered, or you're going to have to know how to called dominate this thing called being misunderstood. Type that to me in the comments if you've ever been misunderstood a day in your life. People just did not understand your intentions. You wanted to do one thing and then somebody took it out as a different thing, and people saw you in a different light, or people thought about you in one way when in reality that's not how you were at all of us have to endure this, but what you do with this emotion or what you do when these things happen matters. It is a big deal because the enemy would love that you take this emotion being misunderstood and you just don't grow at all. You don't listen to the lessons that God is trying to teach you as you are being able, or as you're going through being misunderstood. Some things I've been misunderstood several times in my life, but one of the things is that God is going to allow you to continue to go through it, and it's uncomfortable, but you're going to have to continue to go through it until you allow yourself not to get overly emotional or overly angry, or you don't just retreat back because you've been misunderstood. So now I feel like I'm in a place in my life where people misunderstand me, and it's really not that big of my concern. That's not the biggest concern of my life. The enemy is trying to distract you and trying to get you to be more invested and trying to get people to think of you or to see you in a certain way. And here's the thing, it is not your responsibility to try to force people to see you in a particular way. The thing about being misunderstood, number one, is that if it's the right people, if the people that are called to you see you, that if they're your people, they're going to know that they're called to you. You don't need to convince them. You don't need to do anything crazy. You don't need to do anything out of character. You don't need to act with a lack of integrity. You just need to be yourself, and the right people are going to gravitate towards you. If you are misunderstood by a particular groups of people, it may be that you are called to that person, but maybe they just don't get it yet because they're trying to make sure, they're trying to understand you better or something. That's not your business as well. But if you are a person that's like, you're walking in your authenticity, you've gone through healing, you've gone through your therapy, you've worked on yourself, you've worked on your foibles, then it's just a matter of people just not liking you or thinking that you are not called to them, then you need to let people think that. Because if you try to waste your time trying to convince people that you are who you say that you are going to miss out on blessing the people that really need what you have and that already are sold by you. You don't need to be somebody that you're not. You don't need to act out of character. If they're for you, if you're called to them, they're going to find you and they're going to rock with you. And so don't waste your time trying to get people to understand you. That's the least of your worries. You have bigger fish to fry. If you're really building for the kingdom of God, you have bigger worries on your head. You have bigger things that you need to be investing your mental energy on. Because one of the things that's going to happen is that you're going to waste and expel a lot of mental energy trying to get somebody to like like you or trying to get somebody to understand you. Instead of using your mental faculties to build for God, instead of using your creative thinking and your creative thinking skills to build for God, you're using it on how to get people to like you. And that's not what you need to be doing. The next thing here is when we talk about being misunderstood, we are talking about you knowing that if you are misunderstood with a certain group of people or with a friendship or something, maybe this is your sign that you don't need to be connected to that person. This is like a fast sign for you to not waste energy, to not waste time on somebody that is bent on or that is invested in just not wanting to build a connection with you because they don't really understand you. This is a great way. Rejection in this way is a great way for you to move on and for you not to waste time with somebody that probably was going to waste your time and to waste your energy, to waste your resources. And now you can reserve your energy for those people or for those relationships that you actually need and relationships that actually are going to propel you to your next. Being misunderstood also causes you to really trust in and lean on to God and to really see about where is it that he has you. You really have to be dependent on God to navigate this emotion because the emotion is going to try to get you to get out of character. But being misunderstood puts you in a place where now you're praying and you're asking God, okay, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Or am I not doing the right thing? And really, it's not about second guessing yourself, but it's really just about making sure that you are staying in step with the will of God and really maintaining that sense of humility, right? Because you're praying and you're asking God to make sure that you're in the right or make sure that you are walking uprightly in the way that he wants you to walk in. I don't want you to take being misunderstood and thinking like, oh, I got to change myself. But maybe sometimes being misunderstood, you can start to ask God, what is it that I need to start doing? Is there something different that I do need to start doing? Is there something that I need? Am I not being very clear? And is there a way that I need to become better with my communication? So maybe it is an area of growth where you're being misunderstood because you're not clear with your communication. You're not direct or you're not explicit or you need to work on communication skills. And so don't take being misunderstood as saying like you're the worst person in the world or people don't like you and then you're making it about you and you're crying woe is me. And that's what the enemy would love to do. But God wants you to grow through this experience when times of being misunderstood does happen. Maybe you do need to become clear with your communication. Maybe God is trying to teach you how to hold on to your values, how to hold on to your identity and to not be shaken. So he's allowing you to purposely go through experiences where you are purposely being misunderstood. And he's allowing you to make sure that you learn how to not kowtow or to capitulate to other people's standards just because you're being misunderstood. Are you shape-shifting? Are you changing yourself just so that you can fit in? Or are you allowing yourself to be your authentic self and be a part of people groups that allow you to feel like you belong? Because if it's a right place for you, they will let you in no matter if they actually fully understand you or not. They're still going to let you in because you're your authentic self. And I'd rather be let into a group as my authentic self than to find out that I was just let in because I decided to change myself. I decided to alter myself. And this does not serve you because in the long run, if you're not that person, you're going to flounder. If you're not that person, it's going to show up one day. So you might as well enter into a group as your authentic self. And you going through this experience of being misunderstood, you then should have a heart of compassion for others that may be enduring the same thing. And so you taking the time to really seek out understanding and assuming the best of people and not trying to generalize people should actually be part of your calling and part of what you do as you continue to put teams together, as you continue to lead teams. Now, you need to not be a person that just misunderstands people and not try to understand them or get to know deeply what it is that they were trying to do. Maybe God is going to teach you how to coach people that feel misunderstood so that they can grow as a leader as well. So again, I want you to take being misunderstood not as something negative, but turn it around and use it for your advantage. So number one, I'm just going to see if I can remember what I went through. But number one, we talked about how you are a person that needs to be able to see that maybe this is not maybe this is not your people group, or maybe this is your people group. Your audience will know who you are. So if they misunderstand you, then they're probably not for you, and they probably need to move on. And it's not a matter of you trying to change yourself to get them to like you, but it's a matter of them knowing who they're called to and being connected to the right people. Number two, you being in right relationship with people that are supposed to help you. Being misunderstood, maybe this is a sign that these are not your friends. These are not the people that you need to be in relationship with. And that's easy for you to go ahead and not waste time in a season with people that just don't understand you and are really not interested in trying to understand you with the capacity that they have. Number three, or the next point here, it's just about being misunderstood, being something that you should grow from as far as growing in humility. Maybe God is trying to get you to become a better communicator. Maybe you do need to grow in a particular area, and this highlights being misunderstood in this area, maybe highlights to you that you do need to work on something. So this is not a bad thing, but it's something like, okay, now you need to pay attention to this area of your life. Now you need to be more dependent on God because now you've experienced being misunderstood. And lastly, if you've experienced being misunderstood, you should be the leader that does not try to ostracize somebody because they're different. You should learn how to embrace different idiosyncrasies and to really assume the best of people and to learn from them and to not generalize so that you don't misunderstand people and you don't put them in a box or push them somewhere and not really utilize them and use or pull out the giftings that is inside of them. Because oftentimes if we misunderstand people, we miss out on the gifts that they were supposed to be in our life, especially if you've met them in this particular season and you have to work with them. So now, instead of just staying in a place of being misunderstanding them, because you've experienced being misunderstood, okay, how can you help this person, or how can you continuously be long suffering with this person, or continuously being intentional about learning from them, about assuming the best, and about helping them to navigate their season of being misunderstood, and what you need to work on as you navigate this relationship with them as well. So being misunderstood is not a bad thing, but I really feel like you can use it for your advantage if you think of it in a different perspective. I hope that this helps. I hope that this encourages you. And if this did, please write in the comments letting me know what part you're going to take with you. And then go ahead and subscribe if you're new to our community. And if you like this video, go ahead and press the like button. I hope that I will continue to help you on your leadership journey. I will see you in the next video. Love you like a leader. Talk to you soon.